Before we even get our foot in the door on the thesis of this video, I would like to preface by saying I am in no means perfect. Not every day goes according to plan, but each day I do try in some way to better myself. Let me also say that I do not know everything, and my methods and habits are ever evolving. Not everything that I'm going to discuss is one size fits all. My goal here, for the viewer's benefit, is to lay out the rough draft, but it's ultimately the responsibility of the individual to devise their own means and their own drive for self-improvement. And lastly, despite myself creating a self-help video, if you will, no amount of content consumption will result in tangible change in your life. You have to actually apply yourself and put in work to see real change. If you want to change your life, your habits, your well-being, there's no miracle cure where you can just watch videos on how to better yourself and it'll magically happen. I promise you it won't. And once upon a time I spent too much time, we'll call it researching, if you will. And also, it's important to note that bettering oneself is a struggle. It's not supposed to be easy. It's an uphill battle. It's an uphill battle against your previously ingrained habits and lifestyle. And the first step in seeing change in your life is not only accepting change itself, but acknowledging that you can change, and that to do so you have to let go of what is keeping you comfortable. It's a very common slogan that comfort kills growth, or comfort kills progression. And if you're comfortable, there's no intrinsic motivation to move out of your comfort zone. There will be no growth in the comfort zone. And let's apply this claim to the physiological world. If you want to build muscle, endurance, or improve your mobility, you have to face resistance. If you train the same weight with the same set and rep count for months, you're not going to grow. Unless you're a noob. But hell, I don't even know if newbie games can carry you through that. If you want to get into the habit of running, but you stop every time it gets hard, you're not going to improve your endurance. And the same case the same case applies when it comes to stretching and, to improve mobility. It's a common pattern for general physical improvement to require discomfort, resistance. So why would we not apply this same idea and this same mentality to personal growth of character? I think this mindset is crucial for anyone who wants to overcome a personal challenge or experience personal growth. And it's one that I've since long adopted, and it helps me remember this whole self-improvement thing is not only constant and ever-evolving, but it's also not resistanceless, and it's not supposed to be. I'm a firm believer that everyone with a decent head on their shoulders has the capacity to be great in life, and I mean, we could get into what greatness means. It's different for everyone. But whatever your goals are, you have the capacity to achieve them and even surpass them. But I would bet there are some aspects of your life that need to be cut out or altered in some way before you can do so, before you can pass your goals. For instance, I cannot use social media. I mean, I do in small bursts, but I will get caught up scrolling. If I don't run Opal, I will get caught up scrolling. And at this point, my feed, this is despite my feed being mostly wholesome and some thought-provoking content, but even then, any amount of scrolling drains my emotional battery, and it kills my drive for the day. And I never put the phone down after scrolling and feel good, so that was a signal to me that it needed to be and kept drastically reduced. And this is, like I said, this is one area that I've been vigilant to cut out, or to keep cut out. And of course, like I said, I do still slip up. And like I let off, not every day goes according to plan, but this is some of that aforementioned resistance. And it's inevitable that we face resistance when trying to improve ourselves. And let me briefly circle back to me and scrolling. I said that I recognized scrolling was not good for me, and that it needed to be cut out because it caught up too much of my time. So let that be the litmus test. If there's something that you do and you put it down, you're done with it, and you don't feel good after, maybe that's a sign that it doesn't belong in your life, or at least it shouldn't be occupying as much capacity in your life. There's a lot of things that I've done in this regard. Partying, drinking. I still occasionally have a glass of wine or a beer, but usually I don't. When it comes to drinking to the point of intoxication, I've cut that out because it didn't align with my goals and it didn't add to my life. Stuff like that, man. When, like, if you do something and you're, like I said, you're done with it, and you feel as though it took from you, like it took some of your energy. Not in a good way. Not like working out would take your energy. I mean, like, you feel drained afterwards, or you feel bad in general, whether it be physical or emotional. That's the litmus test. If something does that, then cut it out or reduce it, man. And so this first video here is the first of a series, probably a 4 or 5 part series that I'm gonna do. I have this, this humongous script typed out. It's not that big, it's 4 pages. It's the longest script I've written so far. And this is meant to be the foreword, the introduction. And I was going to, I had recorded this, and then I went on to start getting into the main points and the various topics. And I got through 2 out of 5 topics, and the video was 15 minutes. So, it was looking like it was going to be like 30-minute video, 40-minute video. So, I'm going to break it up and let all of what I've just said, especially the part about the litmus test, reflect on your life. If you don't get anything from this video, at least acknowledge the litmus test that I provided, and please do some self-reflection and apply it in your own life and see if you can identify anything that might be draining you and that may need to be cut out. But I hope you've enjoyed. Like I said, I hope you get something from it. This is part 1 of Wesdraco's Guide to Livin Well. In the next coming videos, I'm going to discuss morning and night routines, physical activity, the importance of physical activity as it applies to mental and emotional health. We're also going to discuss content and media consumption as a whole, spirituality, community, and then I'm going to do a main recap at the end when it's all said and done. Yeah, like I said, I got through a few paragraphs, and I was like, man, I might need to split this one up. And I was like, man, I might need to split this one up into a lot. So that's what I'm going to do. Make it a lot more digestible, because I don't think anyone's going to watch a little 84 subscriber Wesdraco drop a 40-minute essay. I'm not quite sure how long the other videos are going to end up being. I'm going to aim for around the 10-15 minute mark. We'll see how it goes, but I'd like to keep them nice and digestible. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. And until next time, take care.